Hello and welcome to There's Hope America. I'm Richard Lee. In today's America's Hope segment, I want to tell you of a recent event that should concern every one of us. On May the 5th every year, the nation of Mexico celebrates its independence over France in 1862 with a day which has become known as Cinco de Mayo. As Americans celebrate their Independence Day on July the 4th, Mexicans celebrate theirs on May the 5th. Both holidays, well, they're well and good. One for Mexico and one for the United States. Who would argue with that? Well, the answer to that question is there seems to be a lot of people arguing about it today. Think with me for just a moment. What does Mexico's Day of Independence have to do with the United States? Well, technically nothing. Cinco de Mayo is not nationally recognized as an American holiday. Yet in some parts of our nation, it seems to be treated with a higher respect than our own Independence Day celebrations. An example of this recently took place at the Live Oak High School in Santa Clara, California. This past May the 5th, 5 young, fine American teenagers wore T-shirts to their school with the American flag printed on the front. When the school administrators saw it, they asked them to take off their shirts, remove them, and if they didn't, they would be suspended from school. One of the students said this, quote, "They said we could wear our shirts on any other day, but today we must be sensitive to Mexican Americans because it's supposed to be their holiday, so we were not allowed to wear ours today." The boys said the administration called the American flag shirts incendiary and were afraid that they would incite violence on the campus. So rather than turning their shirts inside out, as the administration suggested, the boys refused, saying they felt it would be disrespectful to the American flag. And in response, the boys went home for the remainder of the day. All the while, the Mexican Americans in the school were wearing clothing with red, white, and green colors and the pictures of the Mexican flag. Now, this is not a commentary against Mexican Americans, nor is it about Italian Americans, European Americans, African Americans, Asian Americans, Cuban Americans, the list goes on and on. No, I just want to speak to Americans. Why is it that in the last 20 years we have allowed religion and politics and everyone else to divide the American people into one group or the other? It was not that way for our forefathers. Americans, regardless of their race or nationality, once they became citizens, they were just Americans and proud to be. Why don't we all just become Americans again? One nation unified together under one constitution and a people under one flag. See, there's an old saying, a house divided against itself cannot stand. And that is never more true than today in our nation. If we're divided with different loyalties and different values and lacking a spirit of national pride and patriotism, we cannot and we will not stand. One of the great qualities throughout our nation's history is our ability to become the melting pot for settlers and immigrants that have come to our shores and they've taken up our flag to make it their own. Our homeland is not hyphenated. It is one nation under God. To be an American is something that we should all be proud of. Our forefathers of every ethnic background built this nation by the strength of their resolve, the sweat of their brow, and the sacrifice of their very lives. This is the America that we celebrate. This is what unifies us together and provides us with the opportunity to welcome others into our borders that wish to, by the letter of the law, follow the American dream. As our own Declaration of Independence states, it's a dream of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it is a gift from our Creator, God Himself. This is what has drawn men and women for over 200 years to our shore. It is what has unified us and made us a great nation. We Americans are one people, unified in the cause of freedom and justice. This is who we are. We are Americans. And that, my friend, is America's hope.